All right, it's Ruben Lowen here in McAllen, Texas. We're going to have Trainers Academy today, and there's no other training going on today, just Trainers Academy. It's going to be a lot of information. I forget how many times I've gone to Trainers Academy. There's like 8 or 9 now. I had a little council session with Don yesterday, and it reminded me of some things. I had a conversation with one of my Navy SEAL buddies that I went through one of my Hell Weeks with the first time, Vic Lacaze, and reminded me of some other things. Right? He said, yeah, there was he's reminded we were swim buddies for a while, and we were in Hell Week together, and we were watching the boats outside the chow hall, and Marty Strong came out and was talking to us. He goes, "How is it?" He goes, and I said, "It's not as hard as I thought." And he's like, "You don't think it's hard enough?" I'm like, "Oh, no. I just thought by this time I'd be dragging it." Well, it's kind of interesting what happened. That ended up happening. I ended up getting pneumonia, and I was dragging it. All right, but the rest after Wednesday night, things got hard, real hard. Okay, I had to go back. I got dropped from training halfway through, and for performance, and I had to reapply 7 times to get back in. And then I was boxing with Roy Jones Sr. and I lost a fight I didn't think I should have lost, and came to the gym, and he talked to me and said, hard talk, kind of like the hard talk I had yesterday. Says, I'm not going to fire you, but I'm not going to pay you no mind either. These other fighters, they need sparring, and you're going to be the meat, and I didn't like that. And after rousing emotional session on the heavy bag, and feeling my fist popping that bag, and then the sound of it gave me a little confidence, and I told him, I said, you know what, you better tell the people when they get in the ring with me, they better bring it, because I am. And I changed my whole way of doing things. Went back to SEAL training the second time and totally dominated it. So I got a pattern of myself, and I don't have anybody else. I don't have a mentor that's been with me my whole life to understand how I am and how I operate. Right. So I gotta pull up for myself. In sales, when I was in venture capital, and that was a really tough sales job, I learned about the value of referrals, how to ask for referrals, and in referrals, when you get a quality introduction, and that's key right there, right? It makes a huge difference. And if my team would understand the benefit of giving a quality introduction, it would change everything for everybody, for them and for me. So we're going to work on that. And the other part of it is just being confident in what I got, and understanding how we help people, and I think I have a pretty good handle on that. The building, that was the talk about, that was the hard talk about building. It's not just about recruiting and sales, right? It's building. So it's getting somebody on board and getting somebody for them right away. So if you're on my team and you're listening to this and you don't have anybody on your team, let's look at them. This is, the old way we used to do it is we'd have you write out 100 prospect lists. It could be, if people just out of your phone, your cell phone. If you can't get 100, it's the guy that you see at the gas station, or the guy at the deli, or whatever. You put that in, and then later on you'll go and you find that guy's name, you'll get their number. I just did that with one of the nurses at DHR. Okay, got his number. Now, I got his email before. So you can build on it. Then you go and you qualify them. They're married, they have kids, they own a house, they make $50,000 a year or more. They want to do better. They're entrepreneurial minded, dissatisfied. Okay, so those ones that hit all those points, the most points, you put them on your top 25 list, and then but the real ones are your 3 a.m.ers. That guy, you get a flat tire at 3 o'clock in the morning, who you going to call? That's who we need to talk to. Okay, and all you got to do is just get them on a call, get them on a Zoom with me or with Bernadette or one of the ones that are already scheduled, one of the already 7 steps that are scheduled. Okay, and that's and then when you're doing the presentation, it's you're introducing our campaign, the financial literacy campaign. You're promoting the Saving Your Future book, and you send them the Saving Your Future book, and you set the follow up. That's really important. And I've had it's taken me a little bit of time to, I have like over almost 500 people in the counter that didn't get followed up, so I got to go back and follow up. But there's a pony in there somewhere. And I did the same thing in the mortgage real estate business. I get a whole bunch of title companies, people I didn't know from Adam, calling them up and warming them up, and they get to the point they know who I am, what I can do, and next thing you know, when they're ready, and I call them, we're doing business. That's what's going to happen now. All right, so it's having that picture in my mind, just like in anything else I've ever done. When you get that picture in your mind on how it's going to go, everything, all your resources, your amygdala in your brain will make that happen. So it's your expectation. So that's how you do it. All right, and we're going to get even more refined after Trainers Academy today. All right, have a good one.